Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Giants are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Throwing, Jones. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. For it with Barkley. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there, but I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it, and offense trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. To Barkley on the check down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right?
Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
This is a crew, they've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now a throw here to his running back, finding room at midfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Throwing again is Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and Barkley hit, and the ball pops free.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for the squad.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Off play action. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Read option, here's Montgomery.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Back to throw, Fields.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago. Here's Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Kadarius Toney
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now stands at 13. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the 2nd quarter. To me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert 3rd downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 44, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And the the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense...
Touchdown! Kadarius Toney on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are in for 6. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone.
Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Fields on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Fields. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And just a yard to go here on second down. Now it's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Fields now to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
From the 50, here's Fields. A quick throw there, going to be batted away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin with a run by Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here, Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Now Jones. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Now Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach is often...
There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley,
his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
Montgomery, another target and catch.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fields.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Fields throw here pulled in by Hilton.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
From 17 yards out.
And the Bears get a bit closer.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Richie James on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they can. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Gano for the extra point. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 19-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. Gets around him, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 176 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Another try for Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Throwing Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Fields.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are in for 6. Gano the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play. to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea where the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, let the